Hello my cabbages, welcome back to another map in the video. Yeah. So after the family tree, two major things. One, I changed the color of this branch because it's technically a different branch, because female and woman. Woman. Yeah, I also some bowl water, don't mind me. But then, technically this branch, because I made before where they had cousin incest, but then I realized, wasn't the whole thing about, like, not allowing, like, woman? So, honestly, semi-salic, because this is the whole debate between the pink and red teams, male only versus semi-salic. There was no male, or, actually, technically, well, yeah, originally, semi-salic kind of turned into male primogeniture a bit, but no. Semi-salic versus male only. If you need a refresher, then, I'll talk about it later, maybe. Yeah, we got the pink team and the seafoam team. And I also have the blue family tree. Wait, what? When did I do that? Did it wrongly. No, that's not a thing. Don't worry about anything happening here, because everything is A-okay. Don't worry about this. Okay. Anyways, don't worry about that. We have some new members. Yeah. I'm just gonna get into this. The blue team, looking ever small, as you remember from last episode. Now, let's just say the dark blue team. Well, first, their son dies, which at first is like, oh, because that's their only male heir right now. But a month later, the king dies. They're gonna have like, oh, we're gonna have more children, and then we'll be fine, because there's only like 32 or something like that. Yeah, they had a young son. But nope. So there's two options. Either they do, this is really like the red team, semi-salic law, allowing it to go through a female, not be a female, but go through a female, and give the dark blue team leader the throne. Or wait. Oh. Don't mind me. Or give a very distant cousin. Wait, this is brother, first cousin, second cousin, third cousin. Give a third cousin the throne, because that's their closest living relative. There are some more relatives up here, not based on this, it's based on this. So, do we go through the female? So, to start out, they're like, no, females, sexism at sinus, woo. So they give it to this guy, but this guy is like not even noble or anything. They're like a third cousin of the king. Yeah, I guess closely related with quotes, but compared to like, like other nobles, they're not a noble. Like, they don't know how to run a country. They never thought they were gonna run a country, and they never knew how to run a country. They're like, okay. So they basically do a bunch of controversial things as ruler, because, well, before they're kind of living in poverty, because, well, they were just kind of average, kind of living in poverty in the city. Now they're just a king, which is crazy. To like rags to riches story, but you would think, maybe they're like a kind king and benevolent king. I mean, they're kind, but to a fault. They give people money. They lower taxes. They lower taxes too low and give too many services out. Like, people love them. This like 5-year period where they love them. They're like, oh yeah, great guy, lowering taxes, giving out civil services. But you really thought this was sustainable. So the dark blue team offers to give them a loan. Be like, you're a nice guy. Take some of our money and then repay it back later. Thing is, this blue team leader, he's so benevolent that he keeps on giving out money and giving out money. Dark Blue Team might have planned this. And when it's time to pay his loan, he realizes that he has even less money than what he started with, and not enough money to pay off the loan. And they're outraged by this. I mean, it was partially planned, but like, shh. And they're like, you don't have enough to pay back your loan? What do you think we're gonna do? Like, let you free? No, we've already beaten you once. We're not gonna let you off the hook. What do you mean by not letting? Wait, was I drawing that on the wrong layer the entire time? Was all this on the? Oh no, it wasn't. I completely thought I was on the wrong layer. The Dark Blue Team tells them, well, if you don't repay your loan, then, say bye-bye to your nation. And they try to find funds like, Purple Team can help it. No. Sea Foam Team can help me. No. The Pink Team can help me. No. I mean, Rose Team. Oh. Well, looks like, that's goodbye to the Blue Team. The second oldest team here, dead. And I'm not joking when I say dead, I mean dead. Is this a sad thing? Yeah, poor Blue Team, but such the price you have to pay for the modern amenities of today, if you know what I mean. You know, like, the Dark Blue Team has their empire that they want to make, and, no one will stand in their way. No one will stand in their way of their conquest. That's not ominous. Not ominous at all. Well, Dark Blue Team, loving this. They're like, great time for dilly-dallying, and great time to be alive, and the Dark Blue Leader is having a great time because, well, they expand. Well, the Blue Leader, well, he'll remember this. Let's just say, he was a kind man, really kind man, but, like, this act of militarism and, like, you know, slaughtering his people, even innocent civilians, the Dark Blue Team, they have some experienced generals, but some of those experienced generals, tad cuckoo from war. And let's just say, innocent civilians were killed. And that's where they cross the line. They're like a super kind person, but when they snap, you do not want to see them angry. And they have just been made angry. So, you might be wondering, what are they going to do? Well, murder. Because murder is obviously the best option here. I mean, to be honest, if we're kind of beach like, you didn't pay the loan, so we're going to take you over. Murder not only them, but their son. So, what leader do we have for the Dark Blue Team? But him. He basically says, touche, you take over me, I take over you. You might be wondering how he's just able to kind of waltz into power. Well, the thing is, people saw what he did originally and realized he's actually just a nice guy and kind of want him to be the ruler, because the other ruler, well, he was good with politics and expanding. Well, actually, two rulers in a row. But let's just say high taxes, targeting, not really targeting minorities, but more of like, wage gap for minorities, intentional wage gap. Like, these people, they get lower wages. These people being people from the red team, like red team people. It's not religion based. This one's not religion based. This one's more of a, you know, where you're from based, like ethnicity based, like red people. Ugh. So yeah, they ended their blue team rule, but no, not the rule of the dark blue team. And they will have a son because, well, you know, they gotta have the succession stable. So, you know, gotta keep stable succession. But this is actually pretty good for them because, like I said, this ruler is a really nice guy. And now that they kind of, you know, realize their first time didn't go the best. They actually are smarter now and are they're still being nice. They're lowering taxes and having more public amenities, but like in a nice way, where they're kind of like, we can have this and that and like that and this and that and like, so, but like not as much, because they know they still need to help, but like they are seen as really a golden age for the Dark Blue team. 1, they're big, and 2, the ruler's nice, like a nice guy. And like, yeah, they're so strong because after, what happened to them, that they're kind of semi-traumatized about their people. They're still they're cutthroat when they need to be, but kind when they most of the time. So it's like they've learned their lesson, and honestly, probably the best Dark Blue team leader since the first ruler that gave them their independence. Like, since the ruler that gave them their independence, so they're the best Dark Blue team leader. And I realized they could kind of split off the Blue team or anything, but they actually kind of, grow to like being the Dark Blue team ruler. And they're like, yeah, I actually don't mind this country. So yeah, Dark Blue team is actually left with, a bit of a war here, but actually a nice guy, a nice ruler. So yeah, the Dark Blue team goes into like a mini golden age, making new inventions. I know we already have language, because that's one like requirements for civilization, but like, I'm just saying it's like popping off. They invent, something underrated. They invent the concept of the number 0. In most civilizations, 0 is used just for numbers like 10, 20, 30, but like 0 as a thing of nothing. Might sound inconsequential, but it's actually pretty consequential, I would say. They invent things like the concept of 0. They calculate like, let's just say 5 digits of pi. They can't be super exact because they know how circles work. Like, they just have general inventions that they're making throughout like the process the next like 40 years. His ruler lives a long while because he's a nice guy, so his reign isn't over yet. Like, I'm just telling you what's gonna happen. Like, not all this has happened yet. We also got the red team ruler, of course, having Sun for succession, Sun section of the C-section. Yeah, I also realized that if the pink rose team ruler dies, wrong color. Rose team ruler dies, I don't know where their succession's gonna go, other than there's something that they now have. Like, if they die, they're technically the last male left in their family. Like, there are some other branches that did kind of branch off, but those branches branched off and kind of just died. Like, they might have had like 2 brothers, but the 2 brothers had 1 son, but all of them died. Because honestly, they just don't have much children. Because I'm not showing you the entire family tree. I'm gonna tell you that. Like, there are definitely way more people, especially in like the blue team family tree. There's definitely way more people here. I'm just showing you the important members, like the members that became king, or like important for plot reasons. I guess this guy isn't really important, but yeah, I'm just showing you the important people in the family tree. I'm planning on adding like a family tree for the green team next, and also the pink team, because the pink team is gonna tie into the green team, because the pink team has close relations with the pink team. And orange team's probably gonna be last, because orange team's less important. Oh wait, and purple team, yeah, orange and purple team. So yeah, green team, pink team, family tree coming. I don't know when. I'm gonna procrastinate on that probably, so I cannot give you an official date. Knowing me. Anyways, not the horse people, no Mongols here. The horse people are going to be slowly expanding, because I'm taking comments into mind, but I know also this would be a slow process. You don't go from from average Joe country to empire in like a day. Rome wasn't built in a day. Oh no, we built Rome in a day, guys. So, they're gonna gradually expanding. Yeah. I also realized I did something and completely forgot. It was this one, yes. Merge layers. Some of these countries, I made them expand because I actually looked at elevation map and then went, yes, that, and I want that. So your orange team almost encompassing the whole area. Dark blue team expanding a bit up here. I also made the borders down here better of the gold team, giving them definitive border. I could probably make that a bit better, because like I said, they're a very river valley civilization. Because if we look at the terrain layer, they're like exclusively in this river valley, because you got like hills here and you got the river valley here, because the river valley is nice and lush. And honestly, just in general, I'm gonna make the teams just expand or explore more, because although they're not expanding these areas, I feel like they would send out expeditions. Because, like, you know, although the Romans didn't expand in China, they spent expeditions in China and knew China existed and stuff. Like, so they would, I feel like they would expand further and know of more places than they do right now. So I'm making it a tad unrealistic, but I'm trying to add some realism. Oh, not that much though, because I learned my first series that adding too much realism can be annoying sometimes. But also at the same time, you know, it's unrealistic. We got them exploring. They find an island here. They find more land here and around here. Here and here and there, and like a little bit right there. Oh, damn. Is that like... I didn't realize that. That's like really steep terrain. Like, how is it just that dot? What formed that? Was that like some sort of like dormant volcano or something? Like, how did that just like, it's like a one dot right there that's just like super high. Like, is that Mount Olympus of this universe or something? Huh, weird. I don't know why it formed like that. I mean, this, like I said, the simulation is like accurate plate tectonics, which makes it really interesting. It's really cool. So I don't know. There's something that could probably find scientists in the comments below. Oh, I don't think we have any scientists in the comments below. I mean, like, or geologists, I guess, or scientists. Like, why would something do that? Like, why would they do that? Why would a mountain just spring up like that? But they expand or explore more down here, showing this like peninsula. You know, exploring inland here and here, and just general places because, you know, they need to explore more. They need to, I guess. I don't know why they need to, but they will. They will explore more. Yeah, that's the attitude. So overall, pretty anticlimactic episode, or not anticlimactic, but just not much happening. We got definitely some family tree stuff, family drama. But other than that, you know, not much country expansion. Bit of war. I mean, the blue team's dead. I might put that in the title. Yeah, we kind of find that this area kind of has like a peninsula, cuts off to an edge, and just kind of goes over here. Looking at the terrain layer for some of this new area. This is like some of the flattest terrain ever. Look how flat this is, damn. That's very flat. We got, you know, hills here. And down here we just got general upslope of hills. Yeah, but honestly, I think that's all. And oh, wait, what? Oh, because I merged the layers, it merged it like that. Whoops, you saw nothing. That's all, and goodbye, my cabbages.